Hi, welcome back everybody. Today's Monday, 2 to 3, Wednesday, 2 to 3, and Friday at 1 p.m. So we'll start off today, waiting for everybody to get aboard, and we're going to start off with bringing yoga into our daily lives. We've been practicing the 5 Yamas. We have first one as Ahimsa, non-violence, Sutya, virtue and truthfulness, Asteya, non-stealing, and today we'll be working on Brahmacharya, moderation, and apari-gra-ha, non-attachment. So let's give it a moment here. All right, so we have that we went through already, Ahimsa, where we practiced always being kind and making a conscious effort to rise above the urge to judge, criticize, and compare. Then we went through Sutya, where we practiced being virtuous and truthful with ourselves first and then others. We practiced by slowing down, filtering, and carefully considering our words. We practice being truthful in our thoughts, speech, and action. Then we practiced Asteya by finding balance between giving and receiving. We practice gratitude for all that we have currently. When we feel a sense of lack or need for artificial things, we can rejoice in the way things are right now, feeling that sense of empty with plenitude, coming to the realization that there is nothing lacking. The whole world belongs to us. And that leads us to Brahmacharya. We practice moderation through the senses, focusing, seeing through the eyes of the divine. All right, we got 2 more minutes. Today we will be learning to practice Brahmacharya by balancing through moderation. This moderation of our senses, we learn to manage our sensory cravings. This leads us to focus on our higher self or the divine as we practice seeing through the eyes of the divine. This just means to see everything and everyone as an expression of the infinite field of pure potentiality or universal consciousness, recognizing we are all children of the universe. So, Brahmacharya, I see through the eyes of the divine as we practice moderation through our senses. Hi, Janice. Great to see you here today. All right, well, let's get started. So we're getting comfortable on our chair here. Remember, we're towards the front or maybe halfway. Just as long as we're comfortable, we're secure. We feel nice and grounded in the glutes. We find that hip width distance apart, knee ankle alignment, toes point forward, and we're even pressing down into the soles of the feet for a moment. And we're just gently closing the eyes. Relax the shoulders back and down. You can bring the hands either to the side or to your lap. And just practicing bringing our breath in and out of the nose as we center ourselves today. So nice deep breaths. And as you hear your own breath move in and out of the nose, we're even tightening a little bit on the throat to hear a little bit of sound like the ocean. When we pick up a shell and we listen to the ocean and a seashell, we hear that nice low tune, almost like fogging the mirror. And as today we're practicing moderation and seeing through the eyes of the divine, we're going to come to the sound to the third eye and wake up the third eye first with a buzzing sound. So we want to do an N sound. So in N, we bring the tip of the tongue to right behind the front teeth and we say it's just an inhale. The exhale is the N sound. And you just elongate that so you can feel the vibration in the head. We'll go ahead and do that one more time. Let's inhale. So here we felt that vibration through our sinuses, may have even brought us an itchy nose a little bit. Our next sound we're going to practice is the Bijan mantra Om. So let's go ahead and inhale to Om. That also brings in the humming sound for the third eye at the end. Let's go ahead and inhale to Om. Last one. You could shut the eyes here, taking it inward. Inhale to Om. Now while the eyes are shut, just take a few moments scanning the body. Here we're connecting to our awareness. So how do we feel? Do we feel tension in the shoulders, the neck, maybe through the back? And as we pay attention to this awareness, if we find that our shoulders are curling forward, let's go ahead and roll them back. Lengthen through the spine. Eyes are still shut here. As we take this inward, drawing all the way down through the spine as we tuck in the abs, engaging. And then starting through the legs, as we bring a little more activity into the legs by squeezing the muscles towards the bones, and then pressing down into the soles of our feet. A couple more breaths here, being aware of the body, clearing the mind with our focus. Let's go ahead and start to open the eyes, bring the hands, arms to the side. Inhale, lengthen up. You have the choice. You can bring the gaze lifting up and exhale. Slowly press that energy all the way down. And you can have the option here, bringing chin into chest. Let's inhale, lift it back up. Option to bring the gaze up. And exhale, pressing that slowly away, drawing chin into chest. Again, let's inhale, lengthen up and over, taking our time with our breath. And exhale, slowly releasing as we start to bring the chin back down into the chest. Inhale, let's bring one arm straight forward, bring the gaze to neutral, lengthening forward. Taking another deep breath, let's exhale here. Tightening the abs, pressing through the soles of the feet. We're gonna inhale, lengthen all the way up. And exhale, let's open, twist. Pause here towards the back. Taking another breath, and then we're going to exhale, slowly release all the way back down. Coming to the other side, let's inhale, lengthen the gaze and the arms straight forward. Taking a breath here. On the next inhale, we lengthen up. And then we exhale, we start to draw it back, twisting through the waist. Taking a breath here. And let's exhale again as we slowly release that back by our side. Let's sit closer towards the front part of the chair. Make sure we have stability, security. Hands on the legs, and we're going to lengthen. Just press the foot, sole of the foot down, and lengthen, not too hard, but enough to give us a little bit of contraction here as we point the toes, and the sole of the foot is still on the ground. My leg is lengthened. Let's go ahead and just slowly bring it back. Knee ankle alignment again. Opposite leg. Just keeping that foot as much as you can on the ground while you slide it forward. Even the toes if you can. And then slowly, let's slide it back into alignment, knee, ankle. Inhale, glide the other foot forward. Take a nice deep breath. And let's exhale, bring it back. Inhale, opposite leg lengthens forward. We're still on the ground, gliding that foot. And let's bring it back. Let's start to glide the foot out again. And this time, let's take another breath. We're going to inhale, bring those toes lifting up towards the ceiling now. And exhale, glide the heel in as we come back to alignment. Let's go ahead and point the toes on the other. Glide the leg out, foot out. Inhale, let's lift those toes. We're on the heel. Let's exhale and glide the heel back in. Foot will come back down right into alignment. Again, point the toes. Inhale, draw the foot out. And let's start to flex the foot into dorsiflexion. Toes come up towards the ceiling. And then slowly start to draw back in. Alignment here. Foot on the ground, glide it out. Find the alignment in the spine and our breath as we inhale or exhale, drawing the toes up. Flexing in dorsiflexion and then drawing slowly back into alignment. Let's go ahead and take either the belt or we can grab a hand underneath our leg, and we're going to try and keep it level. We're just bringing up about an inch off the floor, dorsiflex the foot. Let's inhale and open to the side. Keep length in the torso. Remember, our abs are contracting here. Take another breath. And let's exhale, bring it back to center. This time, start to draw that knee just slightly up, maybe to our mid here, about halfway up. So we're hanging on now to the outside of the knee. Let's go ahead and draw it back out again. And for those of us that can't draw that knee up, we can still use it lower and do the same thing. Taking in another deep breath. Let's exhale and draw it forward. Now let's take both hands or the belt around the shin. Sit nice and tall. Exhale, knee towards the chest. One more breath here. And as we exhale, instead of releasing, we can release one hand. We're trying to keep that knee high as we can as we lengthen it out to the side again. Another breath as we stabilize. And let's exhale, bring it back, center, and release down. So remember, if we can't move up mid and high, we can keep it low and keep bringing it out and in. We could also use the belt. Let's start off on the other side. So lengthen through the torso, pick up the foot about an inch or two, dorsiflex the foot, and let's bring it out to the side. Find alignment in the torso, strengthen our belly, and inhale, lengthen. And let's exhale, bring it back. Start to draw it up just a little bit closer to the chest. And let's bring it out to the side again. Knees a little bit higher. Another breath here. And let's exhale, bring it back to center. As we bring it back to center, we're going to interlace the fingers or use a rope. Sit nice and tall and draw the knee all the way into the chest. Another breath here as we squeeze tight, lengthen tall. And as we start to release, we're not trying to release the knee all the way. Try and keep it close to the chest. Bring the hand down. And let's inhale, lengthen out to the side with that high knee, lengthen through the torso. Abs are tight. Focusing on the breath. And let's exhale, bring it back. Start to release all the way down. Let's come back to the other knee. Interlace the fingers, grab a rope, bring the knee towards the chest. As we bring the knee squeezing towards the chest, let's roll through the foot. Rolling in circles here. Still lengthening through the back, shoulders are rolled back and down, focusing on the breath. Let's roll the opposite direction. And let's go ahead and exhale, release that. Coming over to the other leg, plant this one firmly on the ground. Either interlace the hands. Remember, you can use a belt or towel to draw the knee up towards the chest as much as you can, towards the abs. Sit nice and tall, elbows tucked in, shoulders rolled back. Focus on the breath as we rotate through the foot. And let's rotate opposite direction. And starting to release all the way back down. Let's come just slightly back, maybe mid-chair, because we were close to the front part. Finding that hip width distance apart, grounded feet, grab a hold of the knees. Let's take a nice deep breath here, lengthen through the back, let the shoulders roll back and down, lengthen through the neck. And we're gonna exhale into our cat, navel to spine, round through the back. If you feel that chair back there, maybe starting to draw yourself just a little bit more forward on those glutes. And let's start to lengthen back up. We have option to lengthen straight up as we roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in, lift through the heart chakra, and draw the navel in towards the spine. Bring the gaze up if your neck is ready for it. Let's go ahead and exhale, glide those hands back down to the knee, come back into cat pose as we tuck in and round through the spine, even the sacrum, our pelvis, tailbone, chin. And let's come back up. Option this time to hinge forward for our cow, still drawing elbows and shoulders back and down, abs still tucking in, heart still lifting, moving forward along with our gaze. Let's exhale, move back into cat. And inhale, either one of those cow options. Rolling shoulders back, elbows tuck in. Exhale, moving back into cat. Inhale, coming into our cow. Exhale, moving into cat. And inhale, just lengthen all the way through center, lengthen through the neck. Let's go ahead and bring our arms to the side and start with rolling the shoulders forward up as we inhale, squeeze to the top. As we exhale, let's squeeze back towards each other and roll them all the way down. Keep that core nice and tight. Inhale, forward up. Exhale, bring it back and down. Inhale, forward up. And exhale, back and down. As we reach back and down, rotate palms forward. Thumbs start to reach back. Squeezing those scapulas or shoulder blades back and down towards each other. The abs are nice and tight. Our feet are grounded. And let's look over one shoulder. And then move through center. And look over through the other shoulder. Inhale, center. And exhale over the shoulder. Inhaling, center. And exhale over the shoulder. Inhale, let's move it back to center and even start to cross the arms, grabbing a hold of our shoulders here, finding center and starting to relax the shoulders down. And then we're going to inhale, contract them up, even squeeze. So squeeze those arms as if we're giving ourselves a hug. And exhale, relax. Contract, press through the soles of the feet, tuck those abs in and give yourself a squeeze, shoulders up to the ears. And we exhale and we release that. We're gonna do this one more time. Contract, ground, inhale, draw up and squeeze. And exhale, we release. Let's go ahead and inhale, just open palms forward, stretch back, exhale, cross the arms the opposite direction. And then relaxing here, still keeping grounded feet, torso length, contracted abs. Let the shoulders relax as we point the elbows and the torso one direction, twisting as we exhale. Let's inhale and come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhaling, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Nice deep big breath. Exhale, twist. Feel as if we're wringing out that cloth. Inhale, center. And exhale, twisting through the midsection, wringing those organs out. Inhale, center. Let's exhale, release. And as we release, hands can come back to the quads. Let's let the head come to the side. Draw some weight up by same arm to the head that is tilted that direction. Gentle pulling here. Take another breath. We're going to exhale, release. Allow the chin to tuck down towards the armpit. Let's press the chin down across the chest the best we can, all the way over to the opposite armpit. And then bring it pressing back down across the chest to that first armpit we started on. And then rotate back forward. So I'm looking forward again. Relax the shoulders, lifting back up through center. Exhale to the other shoulder. Shoulders relaxed, core tight, grounded feet. Let's take up that same hand, add a little bit of pressure on the head. Feel as if we're pulling apart here. We're just lengthening gently, so no pain. Just a gentle length. We're going to release that. Again, draw the chin down towards the armpit. Looking down, then press the chin across the chest. Stretching all the neck muscles in the back. All the way over to the opposite armpit. And then chin presses slowly back down across the chest again to the other. And then gently just bring the gaze to neutral. Nice and gentle, lifting all the way up. And let's go ahead and release. So as we release, let's come a little bit further in the back of our chair. This time we can come all the way back as we're going to practice sitting up, lengthening up, using all our quads, our hamstrings, strengthening the backs of our legs for balance. So let's make sure knee, ankle, or the toes, we still see our toes, or the knees aren't pressing beyond the toes. You could align the knees just before the toes as well. Bring hands to the knees, lengthen through the back, tighten that core. Exhale, hinge forward, heart towards the knees. Press into the soles of the feet and into the palms of the hands. Lift the glutes maybe an inch or two up off the seat. Try to lengthen through the back. You can use pressure into the palms of the hands on top of the knees. Roll those shoulders back, elbows into the rib cage, and let's release back down. Nice and gentle. We're going to inhale this time, lengthen up and over with the arms. Exhale, sweep them back down to the knees, hinging forward. Keep that flat back. Heart comes down. Inhale, press through the soles of the feet, especially those heels, lifting only partly up, maybe an inch or two, maybe even a little bit more. And let's exhale, release back down. Sweep the arms up and over, lengthen through the body. And exhale, sweep them back down to the knees. Take a moment to roll those shoulders back. Inhale. Lengthen through the back. Exhale, tight abs, heart sinks. Back flattens. Inhale, press through the soles of the feet. Let's stay here for another breath. Nice deep breaths here, really paying attention to our breath. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring those glutes down as slow as we can, all the way down, really tightening through those quads. And as we do, let's lengthen through those legs as we find ourselves sitting up, really lengthening all the way through, dorsiflex those toes up. And let's exhale, bring it down. So as we bring it down, let's scoot to one side, hang on to the back of the chair. Remember, you can always use a belt around that ankle Same arm, because we want to stretch this quad. So we want this chair to be partly so that the hip and glute bone, one side is down, knee ankle alignment, toes point forward, hand on the back of the chair. The other hand could have a belt, a rope, a towel. And we're going to start bending that knee. Draw hip, knee alignment. Try to bring hip, knee alignment as best you can. So looking down, finding that the knee points straight down. And then maybe tighten up here on the rope to try and bring that heel towards the glute. If you can, grab a hold of the ankle with the fingers and draw it towards the glute, stretching. Another good way, if you still don't feel the stretch here, you can start to draw the knee back behind us, keeping length still. Nice deep breaths as we stretch through our quad. And let's exhale. We're going to gently release that. If you had the rope, release the rope. We are coming back to center because we want to move to the opposite side. So here we're coming in the chair again. And remember, the one glute that closest to the chair is on and firm on that chair. Toes point forward, knee ankle alignment, hand on back of the chair. You can choose the option of a belt around the ankle. And just slowly start to allow this foot to come back. Find hip, knee alignment. Try and bring that knee best you can down, straight down towards the floor. And try and bring that heel up towards that glute. And if you can, maybe we can grab a hold of the ankle and draw the knee down. Another option here is to draw the knee back, pressing the knee a little bit further back, stretching through the quad here. Nice deep breaths. And let's gently exhale and start to release that. As we release this, we're going to keep a hold of our belt as we come to our legs. So finding again slightly forward on the chair or mid part of the chair, making sure that you're safe and secure, that your feet are grounded. We're hip width distance apart. We're going to bring one foot slightly up, bring the belt or towel around the ball of the foot. Let's just start to lengthen as we stabilize the opposite leg, finding that alignment. Then as we stabilize, we're drawing this leg length here, toes up towards the ceiling, shoulders all the way up to the ears for a moment as we inhale. And then we exhale, we relax the shoulders. We start to bring the heart forward. We tuck the navel in towards the spine, and then we draw the leg up just as high as we can by bending the elbows. And we release. Not all the way down, but just part way down. And then let's bring it back up just as high as we can. And slowly release. We have one more. Drawing up. And release. Let's try to lengthen now from hip to heel. Bring the same hand as that side to the belt. The other hand could press on the quad, lift tall. We're still finding alignment, tight core, and we're going to open up to the side. Take a nice deep inhale as we open, and as we exhale, let's move it back to center. Inhale, lengthen out to the side, and exhale, center. Inhale, lengthen out to the side. And exhale, center. Wrap the other hand or switch hands. That was 3 times. So switching hands, hang on to the back bottom of the chair, draw up, hinge at the elbow, roll those shoulders back, still find alignment, but we're trying to bring that leg across and slightly above the other leg that is grounded. Let's take nice deep breaths here. Finding another breath, the last one. And let's gently exhale. Let it come all the way down. Bring that belt across the lap for just a moment. Let's ground through the feet. Let's go ahead and work into our hands. So we're going to take our hands. You could outstretch, lengthen from shoulders to the palms of the hands like stop signs. And then we're going to start to curl at the fingers. We're going to start to Bring them all the way in and then tuck the thumb in as well as we hinge out the wrists and draw those knuckles down, all the way down. And let's go ahead and start to bring it back into stop sign hands, nice and slow as we slowly move and outstretch back through the fingers, wide and lengthened. Take another deep breath. That core is tight. We're sitting tall, shoulders are rolled back. We have grounded feet, and we're going to curl again through the fingertips, working our way all the way back into a fist. Thumbs wrap around those knuckles, and let's start to bring the fist pointing down and basically lengthening now through the wrists here. And let's slowly start to hinge back up. As we do, thumb comes out, fingers slowly come out and widen and lengthen. Let's go ahead and exhale, release the hands, arms to our side. And as we do, we're rotating through the wrists now as the arms are outstretched diagonally to the side in a comfortable position where the shoulders are rolled back, the heart is lifted, and the abs are tucked in. So we still find our posture. We still focus on the breath as we rotate through our wrists and our hands. And now we're going to rotate opposite direction. So whichever direction we were moving, we're moving the other way. Focusing on breath. Focusing on alignment. And let's bring the arms up and over, stretching up. And let's exhale, hinge at one elbow, draw it all the way down to the rib cage, open the palm of the hand, reach the other, lengthening upward. And let's switch sides, reach the opposite hand through the fingers. And as we start to bring the other one down, we're hinging the elbow all the way into the rib cage, flattening the palm and stretching the fingers out. Let's go ahead and switch again. Lengthen through the opposite side, elbow bends into the rib cage, palm lifts up, fingers move out to the side. And switching sides again. Taking our time, elbow to rib cage, lengthen all the way through, palm up, reaching fingers. And let's release. Coming back to center, bring palms together, interlace the fingers and outstretch the palms straight in front of us. Roll those shoulders back and down, ground through the feet, tight core. Let's inhale, lengthen all the way up and over. And exhale, come all the way back down, all the way to the lap, releasing. Inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, release. Contracting the abs every time we lengthen and every time we exhale. Let's inhale, contract those abs in, lifting through the arms as we draw the ribcage corners in towards the center, towards navel. Exhale, bring it all the way back down as we draw the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, undo the fingers, release all the way down. Grabbing a hold of that belt, we're switching to the other leg. Ball of foot. Let's go ahead and lengthen as we stabilize that opposite leg. Lengthening here. And then exhale, draw that leg up as high as we can. Keep lengthening the spine. And inhale. Just lengthening back out, maybe cinch up on the rope if you need to, sit nice and tall. Exhale, we lift the leg. Inhale, we lengthen. Expand with the breath. Exhale, we lift. We contract the navel to the spine. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, let's go ahead and give the belt to that opposite, or to the same hand, hand on quad, lengthen out, tuck in those abs, lengthen through the spine. Let's inhale, open out to the side. Exhale, let's bring it back to center. Inhale, lengthen out to the side. Exhale, center. Inhale, lengthen out to the side. let's exhale back to center. Let's switch the hands here. Opposite hand now. Bring the other hand down to the chair. We're still lengthening through that leg. We're drawing slightly up, hinge at the elbow, and draw over, almost up and over the other leg. As we stabilize in the other leg, lengthen through the torso, shoulders relax, heart lifts, and we focus on our breath. We have one more deep breath here. And let's exhale, slowly release that down. As we release that down, let's just bring it to the side, maybe across the lap. We're going to come just slightly, a little bit more into our chair, ground through the feet, finding that hip width distance apart. And let's go ahead and inhale, bring one leg up, spinal balance as we lengthen both arms up. Let's exhale and release. So we're just sweeping the arms forward up. Inhale, opposite leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Both legs inhale with the arms up. And exhale. Switching from one arm, one leg. Opposites as we lengthen. Exhale, release. Other leg, other arm, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe coming out again to about mid-chair. Ground through the feet. We want to twist. Detoxifying here. So let's bring our hand laterally to the opposite leg. The other hand comes back to our chair. Helps us as we twist. We want to elongate, stack the spine, tuck in those abs, and twist as much as we can. And maybe we even use the head and we might look back behind us. Remember, that's an option. Focusing on the breath as we exhale and we release, coming back forward. We want to come over to the other side. So gently, slowly bring the opposite hand there. Draw back to the chair. Lengthen tall, tuck in those abs. Start to twist. Option to bring the gaze back. Focusing on the breath. One more breath here. Let's gently exhale and release that. Let's go ahead and press the soles of the feet into the ground again. We're going to come up and out of the chair. So bring the hands to the knees, hinge forward as we exhale, flatten through the back. Let's inhale, press gently all the way up now. We're going to slowly come all the way up, bringing length all the way through the fingertips. And exhale, release. We're coming to use the chair now as we're up and out of the chair. So as we're up and out of the chair, let's bring the chair in front of us. And we're going to step one foot in between, or between the two legs right here. Stepping the foot slightly in, hinging at the knee as we step the other foot back. Now remember, on the length between the legs, the lengthier we are, the more challenging this exercise can be for you. So it's up to you how much we're going to challenge our body today. Always check in with the body. So if it's challenging, would be closer together. That back leg still lengthens and comes at an angle. This knee still bends right above that ankle. Our hips are going to shift forward. Let's go ahead and bring both hands down to the chair. Let's elongate through the back here. So nice deep breath. And then let's go ahead and windmill. Inhale, open one arm up. So the arm that we're lengthening up is the same side that has a lengthened leg. We lift up, palm faces away. We can look up if we'd like. We can look to the side or even down at our other arm. Let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to release that arm back down. Remember that not a lot of pressure on the wrist here. So you could either make a fist into the chair, or you could just let the fingers hand hang down off the side of the chair and just gentle pressure on the palm. We're switching to the opposite side. So let's inhale, windmill on the opposite side. Same concept, palm faces away from us. We're reaching and stacking through the shoulders. And let's go ahead and exhale. Gently bring that windmilling arm back down, finding center. Bring the hands back to the hips. We have a nice flat back. Let's inhale and lengthen up. Exhale, bring the arms straight forward. Let the shoulders roll back and down. And let's go ahead and release. As we release, you can bring the hands back to the chair. Step the foot forward. And now we're going to switch the legs. So the opposite leg, we're just finding that mid between the two posts of the chair in front and making sure that we can hinge that knee, stack above the ankle, and bring that other leg back behind us. Remember, it's hip width distance apart, and it shoots off over to the side as we elongate through that side. Let's bring our hands, so hinge at the hips, nice flat back. We're drawing our hands all the way down. As we draw the hands all the way down, remember most of the pressure is in our legs. You can always make fists for wrists, or just allow most of the pressure to be in the legs. Let's inhale and lengthen up, opening into that windmill, lengthening through the back as well as through the shoulders, tucking those abs in. And let's go ahead and gently release that. And we're going to move to the opposite side. So windmill, opposite side, inhale, lengthen up. And let's exhale, bring it back down. As we're sitting here, we're going to take that and bring our hands to our hips and hinge all the way back up. As we hinge up, hip width distance apart, let's bring our arms straight forward. Roll those shoulders back. Make sure that we have a tight core here. We're grounding through the feet now, out stretching those arms in front of us. And let's go ahead and gently exhale, release those arms. Step it forward. We're now going to come to the side of the chair. And you pick which side. Have the chair far enough away. You can use at any time for security. Let's find our hip width distance apart. We're going to bring most of our weight into the leg that's closest to the chair, hinging softly. Dorsiflex the other foot, and let's inhale and just lengthen straight out to the side as we keep vertical with the body here. Let's exhale and bring it down. Hover that foot above the ground. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale. Nice, slow, controlled motion. Inhale. And exhale. Still have all that weight on this side. Let's inhale here. Soften the knee. Still dorsiflex the foot. And then exhale, draw that knee as high as we can. And then inhale, just soften through, still hovering. And exhale, hinge that knee up as high as we can. Inhale, we're releasing almost to the ground. And exhale, lift that knee. And let's release. So remember, if we're still sitting in the chair, we're just practicing lifting that knee as high as we can and back down. Let's move to the other side if we're standing up. So here, standing. Remember, the stable leg is the one closest to the chair, and we have a little bit of room here so we can use it for balance. We're going to start to soften that, start to hinge up from the other leg, dorsiflex, and lengthen out to the side while we try to stay vertical through the spine, through the torso and that leg, tight abs. Slowly bring it down. Let's inhale, lengthen back out. And exhale, releasing. Still hovering over the floor. Inhale. Nice, slow, controlled motion, building our muscles, and then slowly start to come back to center. Come slightly forward, hinge slightly at the knee. Take a nice deep inhale. And let's exhale, draw a bent knee up as high as we can. And inhale, we're just softening it almost to the floor. And exhale, drawing that knee up as high as we can. And inhale, starting to soften. Keep up the foot. Exhale, last one. And inhale, let's bring it all the way back down to the floor. Let's move all the way back to our chair. So finding your chair, finding security. And as we come back to the chair, let's open through the legs. Let's find that knee ankle alignment, toes point out. Make sure you're comfortable on this chair, that you're secure and safe. Hands to the knees. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen tall through the torso, press through the soles of the feet, activate our abs. We're going to exhale and hinge forward. You can soften and bend the elbows, hinge forward as much as you can. Let the heart lead us forward. And then we're going to inhale, keep that flat back as we come back up. So exhale, let the heart lead you forward, shoulders roll back down, even the elbows come back. And inhale, let's lengthen back up. Last one, exhale, heart leads us forward and down. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, hinge at the elbow, palm up. Reach that arm up, over, all the way extending. And then bring it back. We're going to just switch sides, hinge at that elbow, palm up. Bring that other arm sweeping up and over. Feel that stretch. Gently moving from side to side. So we're taking our time. We're not moving too quickly. We're not jerking. We're slow, controlled with our breath. So find your breath and let's inhale and stretch. Exhale, let's switch. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's come back up to center. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen through the heart. Tuck those abs in. Exhale, twist through the shoulders. Heart-eye alignment. Bring ourselves down to that knee. Let's sweep the heart forward, down to the opposite knee. Finding that alignment again. Third eye, heart, knee. Let's lift all the way back up to center. Take a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, we're coming back to that same knee. Heart leads us. Take another breath. And let's start to switch as we inhale, pressing forward, down. And this time, like a pendulum, we just gently lift up. We're going to exhale, forward, down. Inhale, gentle lift. Exhale, forward, down. Inhale, gentle lift. Exhale, forward, down. And inhale, let's lift all the way up. Exhale, release. While the shoulders are relaxed, let's bring the arms up and bring the palms forward so we find our cactus arms. Let's press soles of the feet into the ground. Let's roll those shoulders back. Elongate through the spine. Take a pausing moment here. Let's close the eyes and focus on our center. Focus on the core. Focus on the grounding. And then come back to that breath as we expand through the heart. Using focus to clear the mind. Feeling connected now to our fingertips as we breathe. Our palms of the hands as we feel that connection through the arms back to the heart. Feel the connection now in our toes, our soles of the feet, being being aware. Breathing that energy, that connection all the way through the legs. As it also makes its way up through the spine into heart center. Every inhale, we expand to the fingers and toes. And now let's feel the connection in the crown of the head. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, let's bring it back to the heart, feeling that 5-star connection again. And now let's take the arms out, extend all the way out into 5-star. So that just means unbend the elbows, palms still face forward, fingers spread wide, but they're out at a diagonal. And let's slowly start to stretch out one leg, the opposite leg. Now we have our 5-star here. Legs are outstretched and straddled. Dorsiflex the feet for a moment. Fingers outstretched. Let's point the toes. Go ahead and bring the toes back in towards the nose. Let's gently release arms and legs. Taking a moment, heel toe, bring it back to hip width distance apart. Let's gently rock left and right for a moment in our seat as we have hip width distance apart. Still finding that perfect seat here where it's secure, it's comfortable, shoulders are rolled back. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. We're going to exhale, chin into chest. And just take a few deep breaths here. Grounding through the feet, hands on top of the quads. And now let's roll the shoulders up to the ears. Let's bring our gaze up. Let's keep the contraction with the shoulders up to the ears. And as we bring our gaze up, our chin up, let's inhale and open the mouth as wide as we can. And exhale. That ha sound. We're going to inhale this time, open the mouth, but inhale through the nose. And exhale. Let's go ahead and close the mouth and inhale through the nose. And last one, exhale. And then start to close the mouth. Slowly relax the shoulders. Relax the chin back down into the chest. And then bring the head back to neutral. Let's find a place here. Let's find our resting place where we get ready for Shavasana. So either lie on the ground comfortably, couch, bed, wherever you find yourself comfortable, coming back to our meditation. So as we find our way down to the floor or maybe comfortably in a seat, a chair is just fine. Let the shoulders relax. Let's take a moment to scan through the body again. So as we focus on the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, we're shutting the eyes. And we start at the top of the head, the crown. And as we breathe, we soften through the head, relax our worries. Relax our anxieties as we clear the mind. We release the face, relaxing tension, stress. And then we relax through the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Feeling that relaxation pour through the arms. And we choose as it pours through the arms whether we want palms face up or we want palms face down. We relax through the chest, the heart, through the spine as we make our way down through the torso, the rib cage, relaxing. And if we're lying down, maybe the back is sinking deeper into the floor, into the earth. Relaxing all the way down through the vertebrae, through the low back. Feeling the hips relax as we let go all the way through the legs. And if we find any tension, any pain, any stress, we take a moment, taking a deep breath into it, expanding that area, visualizing, drawing space. And we exhale and we let go of that tension, that pain, that stress. And we try to allow it to flow all the way out of our body. As we release now, all the way down through the ankles, the feet, the toes. We allow the breath to relax the body. Today we will be learning to practice Brahmacharya by balancing through moderation. This moderation of our senses, we learn to manage our sensory cravings. This leads us to focus on our higher self or the divine as we practice seeing through the eyes of the divine. This just means to see everything and everyone as an expression of the infinite field of pure potentiality or universal consciousness. Recognizing we're all children of the universe. Today, our meditation focuses on seeing the divine in everyone and everything. Even though we appear to be separate individuals, we are truly connected at the core level of pure awareness. This is the divinity in all life. We are all expressions of universal consciousness, or the infinite field of pure potentiality. When we relate to each other from a level of ego or personality, it is then easy to get caught up in the struggle for control and approval and the need to be right. When we choose to relate from each other from a soul level, we then experience the expansion of love, joy, compassion, and harmony. This is what the Indian greeting Namaste means. The divine consciousness in me acknowledges the divine consciousness in you. Take a moment to imagine, what would your life be like if you began greeting each person that crossed your path in sincere practice of Namaste? Take a moment to visualize yourself clearly seeing the sacred miracle in every person that you meet, no matter who they are. What would you feel like? What would change in your life? Consider making an agreement with yourself to live this practice for 1 week and watch your life transform. As we ponder this, we come come back inward to the infinite space of our heart. And we allow a smile over the face. As we think of greeting each and every person in sincere namaste, allowing us to see the divine in each and everything and every person. And as we breathe, coming back to awareness, feeling centered here. Taking a moment to acknowledge that we're all just doing the best we can. Feeling gratitude as we start to bring awareness back out through the body, bringing movement back to the fingers, the toes. Maybe stretching and contracting the body, reawakening. And if you are lying down, coming to the side in fetal position, maybe taking a moment to tuck those knees in and give us a hug. And then when you're ready, coming all the way back up to sitting position. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. And for practicing the true nature of Namaste as we keep yoga in our lives. Hello, Marianne. We have Janice, Marianne, Jay. I know a lot of you are watching also through other groups. So thank you. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful Monday.